Hello students, welcome back to our class. So in today's class we are going to see this topic, that is graph of variations. Okay, so we are going to see what is graph of variations. See what is variables. In this they have given some definitions, that is variable and constants. Okay, see in your book in page number 123. Every day, Harini travels from her home, cycling at a uniform speed to reach her school. You can state this mathematically by an equation. Okay, so that is this thing involves distance, speed, and time. Okay, with that you can use the formula D is equal to R into T, where R is the rate of the speed and T is the time taken and D is the distance travelled by Harini. Okay, this is the formula you have learnt in the physics subject. Okay. Now, she is travelling with the speed of 20 km per hour. Okay, if she is travelling and she takes 15 minutes. So, 15 minutes means how can we convert this in hours? That is 1 divided by 4 hours, right? 15 minutes means that is 1 divided by 4 in hours. So, 1 divided by 4 hours. With this, you can find the value of D, right? Distance travel, that is 20 into 1 divided by 4, we get 5 kilometer, right? 5 kilometers. So, distance travelled by Harini every day is 5 kilometer. See here these are all the variables. D, R and T are the variables. Which is the independent variable and which is the dependent variable? Independent variable means the variable does not depend upon the other variable in the equation, and the dependent variable means the variable that depends on other variables in the equation. See here R. Is this an independent variable or dependent variable? R. It is not. We took the value for R directly. Right, from the situation we took the value for R directly. It doesn't depend on other variables of the given equation. And T also we took the value from the situation directly, but it doesn't depend on other variables. But D, it depends on the variable of D and R and T. Right. The value of R and T matters for the value of D. Therefore, D is the dependent variable. D is the dependent variable and R and T are the independent variable. These both are not dependent on anything. Variables. Okay. So, this is the dependent variable and this is the independent variable. Then, what about constant? Constant. What is the constant of an equation? Now, what is the area of value for, the equation for finding the area of the circle? A is equal to pi r square, right? Pi r square. See here R is the independent variable. We can take directly from the circle, and A, this is the dependent variable because it depends on the value of pi and r. But here this pi, it doesn't depend on anything, right? Pi value is common. The pi value for all the circle is common. That is 22 divided by 7, right? So, it is common. So, the thing that takes the variable, the particular thing that takes the fixed value. This is the fixed value. That takes the fixed value is said to be the constant. Here the constant is pi. Okay. Now, we are going to see the variations, the types of variations. There are two types of variations. Okay. The two types are direct variations and indirect variations. The two types of direct variations and indirect variations. Okay. The two types are direct variations and indirect variations. Now, let us see the direct variations. In your book, they have given, when you go to the market to buy more apples, you will have to spend more amount of money. If the cost of 1 kg of apple is 200, you pay as follows. That is X. 1, 2, 3, 4. Y. For 1 kg, you are paying 200. Then for 2 kg, you will be paying more money. That is 400. For 3 kg, 600. For 8 kg. If we draw the graph, the graph will be like this, the straight line. Okay, so direct variation, this is the direct variation. So the direct variation graph will be commonly the straight line and it is denoted by y is equal to kx. Okay, y is equal to kx. K is the constant of variation. K is said to be the constant of variation. How can we find the constant of variation? Means y divided by x gives the constant of variation. That is 200 divided by 1 is equal to 400 divided by 2 is equal to 600 divided by 3 is equal to 800 divided by 4. What's the variation? That is 200. Here for this sum k is equal to 200. So direct variation, the equation is written as y is equal to k into x. Okay, k is the constant of variation. So commonly for direct variation the graph will be a straight line. Okay. See, in the next page they have given a graph. Observe this graph, right? The graph is a straight line. So that is time and distance they have taken. 4, 8, 16, 12, 24, 16, 32. The graph is like this. The graph is like this. Okay. See here y is equal to k into x. Now for this shall we find the value of k, that is the constant of variation. How can we find the value of k? K is equal to y divided by x, that is 8 divided by 4 equal to 16 divided by 8 equal to 24 divided by 12 equal to 32 divided by 16, that is 2. Right? Right? See here, the another one thing for direct variation, finding direct variation is if the x and y, if the x coordinate increases, y coordinate also increases. There will be an increase in both. Okay, there will be increase in both. Then we can say that as a direct variation. See here, observe the graph. They have given 2 points. The graph is a straight line. So the given graph will be the straight line. The line passes through the origin. When both of these features are present, we know that the two quantities of the graph must be directly proportional. We can say that direct variation is directly proportional. So the main two matters for saying the graph is in the directly proportional, that is direct variation, means the graph should be a straight line. Okay, the first thing is the graph should be the straight line and the graph should pass through this origin. Origin is 0, 0, right? The graph must pass through 0, 0. Then we can say that graph is the direct variation and the graph possesses the directly proportional thing. Okay, now let us move on to the example. Example number 3.47. So example 3.47. What's the thing they have given? Varshika drew 6 circles with different sizes. Draw a graph for the relationship between the diameter and circumference. The Varshika is drawing 6 circles with different sizes. So different sizes means the diameter and the circumference of each circle differs, right? They have given the diameter and circumference of each circle in the given table, right? X and y. X is the diameter and this is the circumference. Okay, x and y, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are given in the table 5 circles alone. So 3.1, 6.2, 9.3, 12.4 and 15.5. Okay, what we have asked is and used it to find the circumference of a circle when its diameter is 6. That is, we have to find this. When the diameter is 6, what will be the circumference of? What will be the circumference of the circle when the diameter is 6? So shall we draw the diagram first? Okay, 1, 2, this is 1. Okay, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Okay. So this is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. What happens for 1? It is 3.1 and for 2 it is 6.2 and for 3 it is 9.3 and for 4 it is 12.4. So the graph is like this. So this will be the straight line. Okay, the graph is like this. You have to draw the graph. And what, see here, this is also an increase and this is also an increase. From the graph is a straight line and the graph passes through 0, 0. Therefore, we can say this is the graph of direct variation. What will be the equation for graph of direct variation? Y is equal to k of x. Okay. So, now shall we find the constant of variation? So, k is equal to y divided by x, that is 3.1 divided by 1 is equal to 6.1 divided by 2 is equal to 9.3 divided by 3 is equal to, you have to go on like this. So, what is the graph of variation? Sorry, constant of variation k is equal to 3.1. Okay. So, when the value of x, that is when the value of diameter is 6, we have to find the circumference. So, when the value of x is equal to 6, what will be the value of y? That is, we know that y is equal to k into x. You have to find the value of y. What is the value of k? 3.1 into, what is the value of x? It is 6. So, value of x is 18.6. So, the value of y, sorry. When the value of x is 6, the value of y is 18.6. Okay, this is what we have to find. That's the question they have asked. Okay, so 18.6 is the answer. Now, shall we move on to the next sum? 3.48. Example 3.48. Okay, so what's the question? A bus is traveling at a uniform speed. What's the speed? Speed is 50 kilometer per hour. So this is the speed of the bus. Okay, the bus is traveling at a speed of 50 kilometer per hour. Draw the distance time graph and hence find. So distance time graph only we have they have asked us to draw the graph and we have to form the table. They didn't give the table in the question. Okay. So we have to find three things, that is the constant of variation, that is we have to find the value of k, how far will it take it to travel 1.5 hours, and the time required to cover a distance of 300 kilometers. So before that, now we can form the table. So in the table we are taking time taken as x-axis and distance covered as y-axis. The speed they have given is 50 km. So what we know the formula is d is equal to r into t. Distance is equal to speed into time taken. Okay. Now shall we take for 1 hour 1 hour. 1 hour means 60 minutes, right? 60 minutes. So this is 1 hour only for 50 km per hour. Per hour means 60 minutes. So we take it as 60. Okay. For 1 hour the speed, the distance covered is. Okay. So for 1 hour the distance covered is 50. Okay. 1 hour distance covered is 50. And for 2 hours, that is for 120, the distance covered is 50 into 2. Okay, 50 into 2, 100. And for 3 hours is 180. 60 into 3, right? 180. So for 180, the distance covered is 150. And for 4 hours, that is 240, the distance covered is 200. Okay, distance covered is 200. Now we have to draw the graph here. Okay, if you draw the graph, what will be the graph? The graph will be the straight line, right? The graph will be like this. You have to mark the points and drawing as it is, but you have to mark the points. Okay, see, and again what we have to find is the constant of variation. See whether this is a direct variation, there is an increase in time and the distance is also increasing. Both are increasing, and see here this is a straight line and this passes through 0, 0. Therefore, this is a direct variation. Direct variation's equation is y is equal to k into x. So, for finding the value of k, y divided by x, that is 50 divided by 60. This is equal to 120 divided by 100. 180 divided by 150. 240 divided by 200. Yes. So, what's the answer? 5 divided by 6. So, the value of k, the first subdivision, that is the constant of variation, k is equal to 5 divided by 6. The next thing is, how far will it take in 1.5 hours? 1.5 hours means 60. 60 minutes is 1 hour and half hour is 30 minutes. So 1.5 hour means 60 plus 30 is 90 minutes, right? 1.5 hours means 90 minutes. We have to find for 90 minutes. So how can we find this? We can use the formula y is equal to k into x. We know the value of k is 5 divided by 6. So if the value of x is 90, so how can we find the value of y? 5 divided by 6 into 90. So this is 2 and this is 31 and this is 5. Right? This is how you can find. So 15 into 5. That is 75 kilometer. 15 into 5 is 75. That is 75 kilometer. So you have to write in words. Okay. So the distance travelled for 1.5 hours by the bus is 75 kilometers. And the third subdivision, what they have asked is, the question is the time required to cover a distance of 300 kilometers. So distance is 300. That is y, right? Y's value is 300. We have to find the value of time taken. That is, we have to find the value of x. Y is equal to k into x. Y's value is 300 is equal to, what's the value of k? 5 divided by 6 into x. We want to find the value of x. X is equal to 300 into 6 divided by 5. Okay. What happens? 360. Right? Therefore, the time taken by the bus for covering the 300 kilometers is 360. This is not hours. This is minutes. 360 minutes. Okay, you have to write in words. Now, we are going to see the next type of variation. What is the next type of variation? It's the indirect variation. Till now, we have seen the direct variation. Now, we are going to see the indirect variation. So, indirect variation is the direct opposite of the direct variation. Okay. See here, they have given a thing, speed and time, 30, 40, 60, 80, 16, 12, 8 and 6. Okay. See here, for direct variation there will be increase in both the values. See here there is an increase and in y terms there is a decrease. So this is the indirect variation. Indirect variation, the one variable increases and the other variable decreases. But in direct variation both the variable increases. Okay. And the thing is, the graph will be not the straight line. So the graph of this is like this. The graph of the values in the given table is like this. There is that is the one variable increase, the value of the one variable increases and the value of the other variable decreases, and the graph will not be in the straight line. Okay, these are the points to be noted in the indirect variation. Okay, and now we can move directly to the example. See, for this variation, the equation will be like this: xy is equal to k. This is the indirect variations equation, and the direct variation is equal to y is equal to k into x. And here the indirect variations equation is xy is equal to k. Okay. See the example 3.49. Okay, 3.49. A company initially started with 40 workers to complete the work by 150 days. So the first thing is, it initially started, okay, x, y, this is workers, number of workers, and this is number of days. Okay, it started with 40 workers to finish the work in 150 days. Okay, later it decided to fasten up the work, increasing the number of workers. Later what the company decides to fasten the work by increasing the number of workers. So the given table is okay, this is the given table. What you have to find is Graph the above data and identify the type of variation. So shall we graph the data like this? So in your book they have graphed like this 10, 20, 30, 40 like this they have graphed. The graph will be like this. Okay, so since in this board I can do, so you draw in the graph. This all sums should be done in the graph sheet. Okay, so the graph will be like this. If it is like this, what's the type of variation? That variation is indirect variation. If we get a straight line, then it will be the direct variation. If we get it, that's in the type of hyperbola, regular hyperbola, we can say that the graph of the variation of the graph is indirect. Okay. The next thing is, from the graph, find the number of days required to complete the work if the company decides to opt for 120 workers. Before that, shall we find the constant of variation? That is, what's the equation? Xy is equal to k. So k is equal to, here it is 40 into 150, which is equal to 50 into 120, which is equal to 60 into 100, which is equal to 75 into 80. What's the graph of, is the constant of variation? The constant of variation is 6000, right? Everything we get 60 for 6000. 40 into 150 is 6000. 50 into 120 is 6000. 60 into 100 is 6000. 75 into 80 is 6000. For everything we get the value 6000. Therefore, the constant is, the variation of constant is 6000. So from this, what we can take, the equation is xy is equal to 6000. Okay, what's the second solution? Find the number of days required to complete the work if the company decides to opt for 120 workers. The workers we have taken as x. So if the value of x is 120, what will be the value of y? We can use this. Okay, x is 120 into y is equal to 6000. So y is equal to 6000 divided by 120, 100 divided by 2, which is equal to 50 days. Right, y is the days, number of days, right? So when the worker is increased to 120, the number of days to complete the work is 50 days. You have to write in sentence. Okay, you have to write in sentence. The next question is, if the work has to completed by 30 days. So days we have taken in y, right? If the work has to be completed in 30 days, if y is 30, how many workers are required? We have to find the value of x. So we can use this equation. That is, what's the value of x? We have to find the value of x. What's the value of y? That is 30 is equal to y. K is 6000. Okay, so x is equal to 6000. This 30 becomes the denominator here, and 1, 200. The value is 200. That is, to complete the work in 30 days. To complete the work in 30 days, the number of workers required is 200 workers. The number of workers required is 200 workers. Okay, and the next is example 3.50. See, they haven't given the table here. You have to form. This is the example 3.50 is the assignment for you. Nishant is the winner in a marathon race of 12 kilometer distance. Okay, so Nishant, he is the first place to win, and he has completed the distance of 12 km. He ran at the uniform speed of 12 km per hour and reached the destination of 1 hour. He was followed by Aradhana, Ponmoli, Jayant, Satya and Sweta with their respective speed of 6, 4, 3 and 2 km per hour, and they covered the distance in 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours and 6 hours. Okay, so for that you have to take speed in x and you have to take time in y. Okay, so for that you have to draw the graph, and what you have to find is draw the speed time graph. They have given, right? Speed time graph means speed you have to take in x axis and time you have to take in y axis, and use it to find the time taken to Kaushik with the speed of, he has covered with the speed of 2.4. That is, the value of x is 2.4. You have to find the value of y. Before that you have to find the value of constant of variation. Then since this is the indirect variation, you can use the formula xy is equal to k. So this sum example 3.50 is the assignment for you. So with this we are completing this video. Let's solve the exercise sums in the next video. Thank you students. Let's meet in the next class.